Hello, you are most welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Impartation Moment on Tuesday Night Anatomy with Daniel Okwan. Today's section, I quickly run with you the laryngeal cartilages. My friends, if we talk about the laryngeal cartilages, we are talking about the laryngeal skeleton. Yes, they are cartilages. Essentially, we are going to see that you are going to have, three paired and of course three unpaired cartilages, with some being of course hyaline cartilage, others being of course elastic in nature. Generally, that's what we know. And of course, various muscles which already we've done. Okay, so please, if you've not watched that video, please get that video link and watch it. But one thing is that there will be that kind of, let me say, the servant cartilage that we have, which of course, yes, is found in some individuals, which we call it cartilagotriticea. Yes, as we move on, I'll show you that one. So at the end of this section, we should be able to know the description regarding, of course, all the cartilages of the larynx. And I'm pretty sure that the lay person, yes, of course, knows these kind of larynx to be, of course, the void box. And so, without much ado, let's set the ball rolling, looking at what I have for you today. So there we are. Now I told you that some of these cartilages we talk about, they could be elastic, some of them could be, of course, highly in nature. But before that, let me just quickly orient you something. Now that's what you have to know. There's actually the hyoid bone, of course, having that kind of body, having, of course, the lesser corn one, of course, the greater corn one. Okay, and whenever we say corn one, okay, that we are talking about the horns. That's not what we are talking about. That's not part of the laryngeal skeleton. This one is bony. Okay, remember that the laryngeal skeleton is essentially cartilaginous. Okay, now what I see over here is that, yes, I have this to be the larynx, of course. The larynx is, of course, the voice box. And of course, below that, I see, of course, this, trachea, the windpipe. Okay, now what I'm interested in is for you to, understand all these cartilages that we find, okay, in the laryngeal, skeleton. So the first one I want to talk about is this guy over here. This is the epiglottis. This is the epiglottis in different views. Okay, this is the anterior view of the epiglottis. Then I have the posterior view of showing you the epiglottis. Then of course I have, of course, the mid-sagittal, section, okay, through the epiglottis. Okay, so this is what we see. Remember that by way of shape, we say that the epiglottis is, of course, leaf-shaped. Okay, and one important thing which I want you to know is that, yes, this is actually an unpaired cartilage. Now remember, we have some of the cartilages being paired and we also have some being unpaired. This is one of the unpaired cartilages. In fact, for that matter, the only unpaired cartilage which is actually made of elastic cartilage. My friends, this is made of elastic cartilage. Very important. In fact, that is why, of course, we know that at posterior surface there will be what we call taste bars over there, so that by way of that kind of reflex, it will ensure closure of the airway, okay, of the laryngeal inlet, so that we don't want food to enter, okay, during swallowing. Okay, so this is what we call that leaf-like unpaired cartilage that we find over here, which is made up of elastic cartilage. Okay, now one thing I want you to know is that if you look over here carefully, this is the hyoid bone. This portion of the epiglottis projects above the hyoid bone, and that is why this part over here, which is that free part over here, we call the suprahyoid part. Okay, so we have this one being the suprahyoid part. Now what we see is that there's this portion which is below the hyoid bone, the infrahyoid part. And my friends, this infrahyoid part is not free, unlike the suprahyoid part. Okay, so this infrahyoid part is fixed, okay, through what we call a stalk-like process over here, okay, which we call the petiole, okay, to, of course, through that kind of ligament, okay, connecting, of course, the thyrocartilage to this epiglottis, okay, thyroepiglottic ligament, okay, so that one through that petiole, yes, that's the stalk-like process over here, okay, to connect it over to that of the thyrocartilage. Okay, that one is not free. Okay, so that is the first cartilage that I want you to know, the epiglottis. And of course, you know that epiglottis, yes, it's very in close relation to, of course, you know, the tongue by way of the vallecula, so that there will be that kind of folds over there, the median, and of course the lateral, you know, glossoepiglottic folds to help, you know, I mean, give some kind of support to this thyroid cartilage, so to this epiglottis. All right, so moving away from the epiglottis, which we said it is an elastic cartilage, it is unpaired. The next unpaired cartilage, okay, and for that matter, the largest laryngeal cartilage is this cartilage over here, which we call the thyroid cartilage. My friends, unlike the epiglottis, which is an elastic cartilage, the thyroid cartilage is actually, yes, a hyaline cartilage. It's a hyaline cartilage. My friends, this cartilage over here, it's having two lamina over here. So there's one over here, okay, there's one lamina, okay. So we have the left, and of course we have the right, I mean, lamina of the thyroid cartilage. Okay, so that's what we see. Now, one thing that we also see is that these laminae, okay, in the midline anteriorly, okay, they fuse or they get joined, okay, over here. And when they get joined, yes, they create some kind of notches over there. And the one where is more prominent is what we call the superior, okay, thyroid notch or the laryngeal notch over here. Okay, so there's that one over here, which is the superior thyroid notch, okay, which is quite prominent compared to the inferior thyroid notch over here. My friends, the angle that is formed over here, okay, is quite, I mean, let me say, is quite sharper, okay, in males compared to that of females. So that in males is approximately 90 degrees, and that is why the prominence over here, yes, in males we tend to see that prominence very visible over there, and that is what we call the laryngeal prominence, which is otherwise commonly known as what we call the Adam's apple. No, females often we do experience it's not quite sharp because the angle over there is around 120 degrees. Okay, that is why we don't tend to see so much over there. Okay, so that's one thing I want you to know. Now, the next thing that I want you to know is that getting the posterior aspect, the posterolateral aspect of the laminae, okay, what we see is that we have some tubercles, okay, so we have one tubercle at the superior aspect and we have an inferior tubercle, okay, at the infromedial aspect. So we have the superolateral, more superolateral aspect, we have what we call the superior thyroid tubercle, and then more, let me say, infromedial aspect, I have what we call the inferior thyroid tubercle. My friends, these two tubercles, okay, they are connected, so to speak, by a line, an oblique line which is joining them, okay, so that is the oblique line. Okay, now these things that we are talking about here, they provide surfaces for muscle attachment. So please, if you've not watched my videos regarding, okay, the musculature of the larynx, please get that video link and of course watch it. Now, one important thing which, I mean, we also have to mention is that apart from having these two laminae, the left and right laminae, this thyroid cartilage, okay, is having horns or cornua. It's having what we call the superior, you know, thyroid cornua, and of course, sorry, cornus, and of course, inferior thyroid cornus. Okay, so that is what we see. And my friends, on top of that one, yes, there will be that kind of ligament, okay, which is going to connect it. Of course, we call that ligament lateral thyroid ligament, lateral thyroid ligament. My friends, within that lateral thyroid ligament, I'll show you in the latter part of this section, you will see that there's sometimes some kind of cartilage, usually elastic cartilage, will develop in there, and that cartilage, okay, is known as the cartilagotritechia, the tritichial cartilage in some individuals. But moving away from that, okay, now the inferior horn or the inferior cornus, okay, one important thing is that it bears a facet, okay, there's that kind of little face over there, which of course is for articulation, and articulation with which one? It's going to articulate with, of course, the external aspect, okay, of what we call the superior portion, sorry, of the inferior portion of what we call the thyroid, of the cricoid cartilage. But my friends, this facet is located at the medial side, not at the external aspect of the thyroid cartilage. It's located at the medial side of what we call the inferior horn of the thyroid cartilage. Okay, so that is what I want you to know. My friends, I mean, that was just, I mean, lateral view. Now for, I mean, posterolateral view. Now this time around, sorry, that was anterolateral view, so to speak. This time I'm trying to show you the anterior view proper. Okay, so that is how you see the extent, okay, having, of course, the superior, thyroid notch. You have the inferior notch, where it's less prominent. I told you, okay. We said that the angle over here in males is quite sharper, about 90 degrees over here. Then, of course, in females, about 120. That is why in males we appreciate the Adam's apple so much, the laryngeal prominence, so to speak. And then that's the posterior view. And I told you that, yes, apart from having the left and right laminae, we are going to have what we call superior and inferior conua, okay. And one important thing is that at the inferior conua, at the middle aspect, okay, we have what we call facets for articulation with, of course, the cricoid cartilage. My friends, the next cartilage that we want to talk about, which is also unpaired, okay. So far we've seen, 3 unpaired cartilages, okay, of the larynx. The first one, yes, we looked at the epiglottis. We said that one is elastic. We said that the second one is the thyroid cartilage, which is actually the largest, and this time around it is, hyaline cartilage. And then this is the third one, which is, of course, the cricoid cartilage. Cricoid cartilage. My friends, cricoid cartilage, one unique thing about this cricoid cartilage is that apart from being, yes, made up of, hyaline cartilage, it is the only, cartilage of the larynx, okay, which has a complete, orientation, so to speak. Okay, that's the only complete cartilage. So it means that anterior aspect and posterior aspect, every place is covered. Okay, everywhere is covered. Okay, so this is that cartilage. And that is why we describe the shape over here as being signet ring shaped. Okay, signet ring shaped. Okay, cartilage. Yes, one important thing is that anteriorly we have this small, connection, okay, between, of course, these two this lamina. Okay, that is what we call the arch. Okay, so anteriorly the cricoid cartilage, bears this narrow arch over here. Okay, so that's what we see. And then posteriorly it bears this quadrangular shaped, okay, posterior, lamina. Okay, that's what we see. It bears this quadrangular shaped lamina. Okay, so that's what we see. Now, one important thing that I want you to know about this, lamina, is that at the superior portion of this lamina, okay, posteriorly, we have, facets, okay, for articulating with, of course, the base of the, arytenoid cartilage. Now, I'll show you that the arytenoid cartilage will sit on top of these facets over here, the left and right superior facets, okay, for what you call the arytenoid cartilage. Now, I told you that, yes, the medial aspect of the inferior horn of the thyroid cartilage will articulate, okay, with, of course, the inferior facet, okay, located on the cricoid cartilage. Okay, so that's what we find over here. Okay, so that is, that point. It makes sense that it should be at the middle aspect, not the external aspect, okay, because the thyroid cartilage is quite larger. I told you it's the largest cartilage, so it's, articulate with it, okay, medially, and then through the side to the inferior facet on what you call the the lamina of the what you call the cricoid cartilage. Okay, so that is what we see. Now, one important thing is that, yes, apart from knowing all these unpaired cartilages, the next cartilage that I'm going to talk about is actually paired. Okay, that is what we call the arytenoid cartilage. My friends, one important thing is that, as you can see over here, sitting on top of the posterior lamina, okay, of the cricoid cartilage, we have what we call this, triangular shaped cartilage, which you find over here. That is what we call the, arytenoid cartilage. My friends, this arytenoid cartilage, yes, generally, yes, we say that it is made up of, what do you call it, elastic cartilage. But my friends, there's a catch over here, and the big catch over here is that, yes, I told you that this cricoid cartilage is made up of hyaline cartilage. And yes, one important thing that I always say is that bad company corrupt good manners, and by virtue of this arytenoid cartilage being closely in relation to this posterior lamina of the cricoid cartilage, yes, the base over here of the arytenoid cartilage, yes, it's not elastic, but it's made up of hyaline cartilage. It is only the apical portion, the apex over here, which is made up of elastic cartilage. So my friends, whenever you are asked this arytenoid cartilage, yes, it's not purely elastic, okay, it also has some elements, okay, of what we call hyaline cartilage. The base is elastic, the base is hyaline, and the apex is elastic cartilage. Okay, so that is, one thing that I want you to know. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you is that this, cartilage is very important, because why? A lot of muscles were attached. So more especially at the posterolateral aspect of it, we have what we call the muscular process, okay, of the cartilage. Then in the what we call the anteromedial aspect of that cartilage, yes, we have what we call the the vocal process, okay, of course the vocal folds, yes, will take attachment, the vocal ligament, yes, they will both take attachment over there from the what we call anteromedial aspect. Okay, so that is that important thing that I want you to know. A very important cartilage which you don't have to forget, whenever you want to study, the muscles of the larynx. Yes, the intrinsic muscles of the larynx, very important that you know these guys, my friends. At the apex of this arytenoid cartilage, yes, sitting on top of it, yes, we have this horn-shaped cartilage. And that is why this horn-shaped cartilage is known as corniculate cartilage. Okay, so sitting on top over here, I have the corniculate cartilage. So let me show you that one. Yes, my friends, as we've already looked at, yes, we've already seen the leaf-like cartilage. Yes, that is the epiglottis, is unpaired. We've seen the largest cartilage, which is also unpaired, made of hyaline. And that one is of course the thyroid cartilage. Then we also seen the signet, yes, the only cartilage that has a complete outline, a complete ring, okay, that is the cricoid cartilage. And we said that, yes, at the superior portion, okay, we have what you call that facet which is going for articulation with the base, okay, of what you call the arytenoid cartilage. And the arytenoid cartilage is very important as far as understanding the muscular attachment, the muscle actions, okay, of the intrinsic muscles of the larynx. Very important. Then I told you that sitting on top of the apex, okay, of what we call the arytenoid cartilage, I find what we call the corniculate cartilage, the cone-shaped cartilage over there. I have that one there. But my friends, this corniculate cartilage, yes, it has an eponym, okay. The corniculate cartilage that we find over here, it has an eponym, and my friends, the eponym is Santorini. So we call it the corniculate cartilage of Santorini. Okay, so that's an important bit of information for you to know. Okay, so whenever you talk about, yes, as far as the skeleton of the larynx is concerned, we talk about the cartilage of Santorini, then my friend, you know that we are talking about nothing but of course the corniculate cartilage. Then even on top of what we call the corniculate cartilage, which is often hidden because it finds itself in the quadrangular membrane, we have what we call the cuneiform cartilage. Now my friends, let me just tell you this. We've seen that these guys, which of course the arytenoid cartilages, they are paired. Okay, so the paired cartilages, the arytenoid cartilages are apart. Only that the arytenoid cartilage, the base is hyaline, the apex is elastic. The next paired cartilage, okay, the horn-shaped one, which is the corniculate cartilage, okay, they are also paired, but that one is exclusively made of elastic cartilage. Then even the cuneiform, okay, is also paired, but exclusively made of elastic cartilage. Now the cuneiform also has an eponym, okay, so the cuneiform, we call it the cuneiform cartilage of Risberg, okay, W-R-I-S-B-E-R-G, Risberg. Okay, so that is what we find. Okay, so these are the cartilages that I want you to know. Now my friends, there's one important cartilage which I want to tell you, okay, which of course I told you that in that ligament, okay, we may find it over there, it may ossify over there, okay, that ligament which is extending from, of course, the superior corn one, okay, of what you call the thyroid cartilages, okay, to of course the hyoid bone. Yes, within that, yes, there could be that ossification of that cartilage also. It can happen, and that cartilage is found in some individuals, and that one is called tritretial cartilage, or what we call cartilago tritetia. Okay, so that is what I want you to know. So far, what have we seen? The cartilages of the larynx. We have 3 paired, 3 unpaired. But there could be the fourth unpaired cartilage, which is the cartilage, which is usually made of elastic cartilage. And so what we find is that thyroid cartilage, the unpaired cartilages, we have what we call we have epiglottis, we have thyroid, and of course we have the cricoid cartilage. The paired cartilages, we have what we call the arytenoid, okay, we have what we call the corniculate, and of course we have the cuneiform, plus or minus the triticale cartilage. Now, one thing that we find is that regarding those which are hyaline, the hyaline ones, we have the thyroid cartilage, we have what we call the cricoid cartilage, okay, and then of course we also have what we call the base of what we call the arytenoid cartilage. Now, regarding the elastic cartilages, apart from the epiglottis, the cuneiform, the corniculate, the triticale cartilage, the apex of the arytenoid cartilage is also part of it. All right, I believe you find this meeting helpful. Share with friends if you enjoy them. In future videos we'll be going into other important things regarding the larynx, by way of the ligament, by way of the membranes that we find over there. I hope you find it helpful. I believe you are doing well. Have a good night, all of you, and may the good Lord richly bless you. Amen.